You'll have to forgive me. I've got a bit of a croaky voice. It makes me sound a little bit cooler, I will admit. I did enjoy yesterday. It was deep yesterday. I was like, yes, who is this guy? But anyway, cracking on with today. Basically, the reason that I'm like this, by the way, is I did the Mallorca 312. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a cycling event around Mallorca. You cycle around the island. It was amazing. It's actually the last video I put up. So if you want to have a look at that, even if you're not a cyclist, some of the footage is quite cool. So I did that. And then after that, because it was 12 to 14 hours, I just got a little bit run down. So basically put myself in the bin and just recovering from that. But no excuses, no reason why we can't turn up on here today. So just for context, I've just delivered a training to my coaching clients. And for those who don't know, I run a holistic coaching program which caters for your physical capacity, mental resilience, and personal leadership. It's very much those three are the triad for you to reach the next level, like for you to make progress. I have a lot of clients who are triathletes, I have Hyrox athletes, I have business owners, I have entrepreneurs. So it's very much I am the corner man to host accountability with challenge and support. So that's sort of the ethos of how I work as a coach. But what I spoke about in that today is how to stop a slip becoming a landslide. Now, you know what it's like on Monday. Motivation's high. Naturally, you've got this level of optimism. You're ready to kick on with the week. I'm like, yes, let's go in the mixer. By Friday, we're all knackered. We're tired. We want to chill. We want to relax. We want to spend time with family, have some fun, and all those sorts of things. Wednesday is obviously the clear gap in that. So this is where I host a weekly performance tune-up session. It's literally 5 to 15 minutes just to recalibrate and go, right, what's going well? What isn't going well? What's slipped? What's a potential threat? What do we need to work on? What's the standard we need to ensure that we have before we close out this week? Like, we all talk about 1% gains. Like, how do you know you're getting 1% better versus you're getting 1% worse? So I want to create a little bit of awareness within this video today to help you guys with like, right, this is the actual tool that you can use to help stop a slip become an absolute landslide. Now, for context, what I'm actually talking about within this is you not getting in your own way. You might have heard that before, and I want to sort of extract what that means and how, like, actually what happens in your mind with that. So if you want to achieve a result of any capacity, it could be like you want to lose 5 kilos of body fat, or you want to lose 50 pounds, or you want to do an Ironman, you want to compete in a Hyrox event, you've got like a result in mind, then it means something to you. Now, when you start to make errors along the way, failures, slip-ups, you can easily judge yourself for those things. Now, here's the difference, which you might have heard, and if you have heard it, great. If you haven't heard it, great. Doesn't matter, you're going to learn about it now. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how to do this. So you've all heard about, like, it's not the mistake that's the problem, it's how you respond. Like, I'm actually going to close the gap on how you do that. So it's true. Like a cliche is a cliche because it's true. Like, it's not the mistake that's the issue. It's how you respond to that mistake. Because if you miss a training session, or you've eaten food that's off plan, or you ate something you call bad, it's not the thing you did. It's the "I ruined the week" story that you tell yourself. So, like, an example could be missing a training session, poor sleep, poor food choices, and what we want to look at is, right, why are we getting stuck in this? So number one is you beat yourself up. Like, you've done the thing that you deem as bad. I shouldn't have done that. And you beat yourself up. You make the error and the failure, you make it mean something about who you are. It's almost like we go from 0 to 100. It's like, right, I ate food that was bad for me. I shouldn't have eaten that meal. I'm a bad person. Like, but that's what beating yourself up does. It makes you, it gives you shame and guilt. And you know what? It's funny. It actually feels quite nice to say that about yourself out loud. It's almost like that little release valve of like, oh, yeah, because, I'm just not good enough. I'm just not good enough. You beat yourself up. Your ego quite likes it. Listen, it's not useful for the long term. Short term, it's a little bit of short-term gratification, but long term, it's not a structure or a system that's going to work. So number one, you get stuck with this because you beat yourself up. Number two is overcorrection. Like, we overcorrect the thing that we deemed as we shouldn't have done. So you missed going to the gym to do your training session, you're eating poorly, so the next day I'm not going to eat and I'm going to overtrain. It's almost like we're trying to compensate for the thing we did. So overcorrection. And then number three is we completely just write it off. Right? It's Thursday, I made the error, I'll start again next week, forget it. And there's too much drift time. The thing about consistency is never about not failing or slipping. I think you know that. You are going, you need to accept that this is going to be hard. It's going to be a challenge. The industry wants you to think that there's loads of secrets, hacks, shortcuts. There isn't. You're going to fail at this. Consistency is about how you shorten that gap between the slip and the reset. That's what getting on the horse as fast as you can is all about. It's about resetting as fast as you can after that perceived slip up that you've made. So one process that I want you to look at in terms of this is, say for example, you've made that error. You go, right, don't worry, it's out the way now. We'll just get back and we'll go back to normal tomorrow and we'll do whatever. The problem when you do that is you usually have set a non-negotiable standard. It's like, right, I need to make sure that the following day I get back on the horse, yes, but then I train and I eat properly. If it slips again, you've set yourself up for a hit or a miss opportunity. You either hit that target or you miss. So what we speak about inside of this coaching program is, right, what I want you to do is on a piece of paper now, right, draw a line down the middle of the page. On the left-hand side, write down the actual slip, the thing that you did. I don't know. I drove to Mackie D's. On the way home from work, I was stressed and I binge it on burger, chips, Coke and all whatever, fast food. That's the slip on the left-hand side. What I want you to do is write that down, set a timer for 5 minutes, go and do something else. Go and listen to some music, just have a walk, make a hot drink, okay? Now come back to it. Okay, now what you're going to do when you come back to it is you're actually now on the right hand side, you're going to write out a gold standard, a silver standard, and a bronze standard for where you are in time right now, now. Not based on the past, judging yourself, I shouldn't have done it, now look at this, this is this. Not in the future, I'm never going to achieve my goal, this won't happen, I'll just keep messing up, I'm weak, I'm not strong enough, I'm this. Now, what is the gold standard? So you've had fast food, you had food that you shouldn't have done, you binged it and whatever. The gold standard now is, right, I get home, I continue eating my main meal, I go for a half an hour walk after dinner, I make hot drink and I go to bed early. That's the gold standard. The silver standard is I have a protein-based meal, I'd go for a 10 to 15 minute walk, and I go to bed on time. That's the silver standard. The bronze standard is I just cut this now. That is what it is. That's my last meal of the day. I'll go home. I'll have a herbal tea. I'll go to bed. You've set yourself up 3 standards. Now, even the bronze standard is taking action and getting on the horse. So you have a gold, you have a silver, you have a bronze. You've left yourself opportunity to either win, to either win, to either win. If you see it that way, it's like you're taking the right steps. It's a growth mindset towards right, it's a win and a win and a win. Versus, right, I'll just get back on the horse and I'll set myself the standard of that. If you have just, right, it's either that or you miss. If you keep missing, that's where slips turn into landslides. It just grows and grows and grows into something bigger. So if you do have a slip, just remember, just have this sort of in the back of your mind. The goal is not to try and rescue the week. That's a mindset. It's right, I've got to rescue everything. I've got to put out more fires. I've got to make sure that I do this, I do this, I do this. We're not looking to rescue the week. With this exercise, we're looking to lead the week. It's the same thing, but we're seeing it from a different angle, a different lens. No, I'm going to take ownership. I'm going to take responsibility. That slip has happened. It doesn't define me as a person, doesn't define who I am. It just means that I'm human. But more importantly, this is how I'm going to close the gap. This is how I'm just going to get back to normal. I'm not going to set an unrealistic expectation that's too high. I'm not going to set one that's like really on the bottom and just completely forget it. I'm going to give myself a nice medium parameter of gold, silver, and bronze. These are the 3 areas. These are the 3 potential things that I could win, 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 hit, hit, hit. And that's how I'm going to continue moving the needle and stay consistent and not let a slip turn into a landslide. As always, if you found that video useful, if you found that little nugget useful, then please like this video. I am doing my best to help more people like yourself in terms of reaching your physical capacity, mental resilience, and personal leadership. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like, share with someone who needs to hear it and see it, and let me know your biggest takeaway in the comments below.